Ben! Ben! I need you to listen to this!
What do you need? Is it really that urgent? I'm on the train right now. Can this wait?
No. Haley was only able to get 70 on her test again!
70? That isn't even that bad of a score at all.
You're going too easy on her. Bella came home with 100 on the exact same test. I can't believe this. How is one so much smarter than the other when they're literally identical twins? It doesn't make any sense. I wish we'd only had Bella instead of twins.
You're always so harsh on Haley. Give her a break. How do you think she feels being compared to her twin like that? I'm sure Haley's trying her best too. That's what matters.
No matter how hard she works, she'll get nowhere. Bella, who doesn't even have to try to be better, obviously deserves to be the favorite child. And I see nothing wrong in that. It's only natural.
Grades are not the only thing that matters in life, and it certainly doesn't measure who's better than the other. Haley's way better at sports, and that's her strong point. Bella's not as good at sports, but she's amazing with tests. Each one of them has their strong points and weak points, and there's nothing wrong with that. If anything, we as parents should find each child's strong points and help them reach the pinnacle of their abilities to do great things.
Are you serious? Being good at sports will not help Bella whatsoever in the future. I don't see her benefiting anyone else either. I truly do not understand how one is so much better than the other, even though they're identical twins.
Do you hear yourself? Even though they're identical twins, they're two different human beings. How could you possibly expect them to be clones or something?
If so, then it's only natural for us parents to put in twice the effort to the better one.
You better shut up before I get angry, Gabriella.
Whatever. I wanted to suggest something regarding Bella. Given how academically talented and gifted she is, I was thinking that maybe we should let her attend a famous private high school over in the city.
You mean the one in New York? It's 3 hours away from here. Even if we were to wake up early every day, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't work out for even a month.
Exactly. So I was thinking, maybe I could live alone with Bella over at the apartment in New York City.
What? You gotta be joking. What are you gonna do with your job? I heard people don't get moved around too much in your company.
Yeah, so I've already done what needed to be done. I quit my job this morning, so no need to worry about that.
What did you just say?
I'm already eyeing an apartment in New York, too. So we already have a place, too.
You're getting way ahead of yourself right now. She still hasn't even gotten to the entrance exam of that place.
With her level of intelligence, I'm pretty sure she'll get in with the score ahead of the rest of the kids by a mile. Oh, and by the way, it's pretty obvious, but I'm gonna need you to pay for her tuition, so please prepare the money for that. My retirement money and savings will all go to our utilities and other fees that we'll be needing when we finish moving over there.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. How is Bella feeling about this anyway? Have you bothered to ask her? I'll be sure to ask her later on myself too. But are you sure you're not just pushing your feelings against her and pressuring her to say yes to this whole thing?
Of course, I've asked her, and no, I'm not pressuring her. She told me that there's classes that specify in what she wants to do in the future, so she'd love to take the challenge.
Whatever you say. I mean, if Bella feels that way herself, then I guess there's no reason to stop her.
Decision made then. Oh, and also, make sure that Haley ends up going to a public school no matter what she says.
What?
Let's do ABC High School, the one that's close to our house. It's a dumb public school anyways. I'm sure they'd even accept a dull girl like her.
Are you hearing yourself right now?
What?
Haley told us about how she wants to attend the private school over in the city next door. She already got offered a scholarship as a track player in that high school.
Oh, about that. I'm planning to make her resign from the offer.
Why the hell would you do that? It's a great school, and she has a full ride, so it won't cost us any tuition to let her go there.
But we don't want to be spending any extra fees that she needs for traveling all the way over there by train and bus, honey.
It's only like $100 a month. We can afford that.
Even $100 a month is $1,200 in a year. It adds up. We need that money to provide a better learning environment for Bella. We're doing the other one a big favor by letting her even go to a school.
I'm going to let Haley choose her own life. This decision is final.
What? You can't just decide that on your own. She's both our children.
Whether she wants to go to a public school or a private school or a school that costs a lot to get into, she's gonna get to go wherever she wants. We're putting her own feelings first. That's our job as parents.
I can't believe you. Do you not care about Bella?
I care about both Bella and Haley more than anything else in the world. And I have no intention of cherishing or prioritizing any of the two more than the other.
Whatever. I guess you and I have some fundamental differences in our way of thinking. You know what? I want a divorce. Right now.
What the hell?
Of course, I get to keep Bella. I only need the gifted one. No one cares about the mediocre, untalented one. And if you want to act so heroic, and as if you really care about the other one so much, then fine. You keep yours and I keep mine. You can act as if her stupid self is adorable and cute. I don't need any of those unnecessary distractions. You two take good care.
Gabriella, are you serious?
My precious Bella and I will be moving over to New York as soon as she graduates middle school. I need you to sign the divorce letter by then.
There's no going back after we make that decision. Are you sure?
Of course I am.
Can you swear on your life that you thought about Bella's future and believe that this is really the right choice?
Yes. There's no other choice that's better for her.
Really?
I've made up my mind, period. Oh, and I'll need your help pay for Bella's parenting expenses. Be prepared for that.
We'll talk this through again once I come back from my business trip. Then we'll finalize the decision.
Fine. Dad?
Oh, hey, Haley. What are you doing up so late? You need to get to bed, honey.
I'm so sorry.
What?
You're getting divorced with Mom because of me, aren't you?
Did you hear that from your mother?
Yes. She said it was all because I wasn't born as smart as Bella. I am so sorry.
Don't apologize, honey. None of that is true. It's true that Bella has better grades than you as of now. But I've always told you, this world isn't all about how smart you are, how good you are at tests.
Yeah, Bella told that to me too, but...
The reason your mother and I are getting divorced is because our values are too different for us to stay together. And that's all there is to it. It's no one's fault, honey. If anyone, we should be apologizing to both you and Bella for bringing into our personal issues like this. Even though you two are acknowledging and respecting each other for each of your talents and who you are, I can't believe we're gonna have to rip you two apart like this. I'm so sorry, honey.
It isn't your fault, Dad. And if anything, I want to thank you. It's true that Bella wants to go to a high school in New York to pursue her dreams. And the only reason I get to go to the school I wanted to go with a scholarship that I earned was because you stopped Mom from forcing me to go to a public school. But if all of that's true, I just can't get over the fact that each of us going to our dream schools to pursue our dreams is one of the reasons why you two had to end up getting a divorce.
Don't think of it that way, honey. I'll continue to provide for both you and your sister, and our connection as father and daughter will always be the same. All I want you two to worry about is what you need to do in order to achieve what you want to achieve. All I need to do is help you as your father. I'll always be the #1 fan for both of you.
That really means a lot, Dad. Thank you.
Hey, long time no see. It's me, Gabriella. I wanted to have a talk with you about our daughter. Do you have a minute?
What do you want?
Thank goodness. I was hoping you hadn't blocked me already.
I couldn't even if I wanted to. Even though we aren't husband and wife, we're still the parents of Bella and Haley. We need a means of contact if there's anything happening to either of them. Now, what do you want?
So, Bella and Haley are both seniors right now, and they're almost graduating high school.
Yeah, what about that?
But the thing is, Bella probably won't be able to graduate this year.
What? Did she flunk?
Yeah, that.
What happened?
She quit going to school at the end of her junior year.
At the end of her junior year? It's already been almost a year since then!
Apparently she couldn't keep up with her studies, and the pressure just made her collapse. Since she was always so smart, she was shocked at how she'd almost failed a test for her first time in her life. Ever since the next day, she just stopped going to school completely.
Why did you wait to tell me until it was too late?
Because, I don't know, I felt embarrassed. Like I'd lost to you.
Embarrassed?
I spent all of this time and effort and made all of these sacrifices for her to end up nowhere. How would I not be embarrassed? But rumor says that Haley isn't doing so well either, is she? Apparently, she too is headed towards a poor life as a loser.
What are you talking about?
I heard she started off with the sports scholarship, but joined the regular students after a while, right? I guess neither of the twins were golden eggs after all, and we're both failures as parents, so, joke's on you!
Haley joined the normal class because she injured her foot during the season.
What?
It happened while she was practicing. And the doctor told us that even if cured completely, it would still be difficult for her to keep running as a player. I thought I had asked your parents to talk to you about this. Did you not get the message?
I'm not in touch with my parents at all, so I never heard of this news. So, that's what happened to that girl. I didn't know that happened to her. Well, now that the only thing she was good at was taken away from her, I guess she's completely useless to this world. Are you proud of yourself? For raising a useless failure who can't even do something as simple as running?
What's wrong with you?
I'm guessing she's an outlaw or something now. With nothing better to do with her life. Whatever she is now, I bet it's nothing useful to this world.
Oh, haven't you heard? Haley got into med school.
What? A med school?
Yeah, a med school.
Oh, very funny. There's no way a girl like her could have gotten into med school. She's obviously not smart enough for it.
I'm as surprised as you are, but I think it was her mentality that did the job.
Her mentality?
She was really upset when she first heard that she couldn't run anymore competitively. But the doctor that helped her through her injury had helped her both mentally and physically. Ever since then, she just decided that she wanted to become a doctor and help other people the way the doctor helped her. The way her grades skyrocketed after she joined the regular classes was nothing like I'd ever seen before.
So, you're not joking?
Even if I were lying to you right now, you'd find out anyways.
That's true. Well then, give me Haley.
What the hell? Don't you dare say give you like that. They're human beings.
I don't care. The only children that I'll acknowledge as mine are those that are elite. So, give me Haley. Oh, and I don't need Bella anymore. She's proven to be a false hope for me. She's failed me, so you can have her back.
You little... Have you learned nothing over the past 3 years?
What do you mean?
You treat your own kids, the children who you gave birth to, like your own belongings.
Who are you to say anything about that? I'm the one who gave birth to them. So I get to raise them however I want to raise them.
You're a hopeless cause. I'll be raising Bella. But I'm not letting you take Haley either.
What? That isn't fair! You're being greedy! You've had your turn spending a gracious 3 years with Haley, our family's elite daughter. Now it's my turn. Let's trade them a month later on the day they graduate from high school.
You won't get Haley either way.
Why not?
Her university is in another state. No matter how hard you try, she won't be able to stay with you in your little apartment in New York.
How could she?
That's the end of this conversation. It's useless trying to talk to you. Bye.
I need need you to pick up! This is an emergency!
What do you need now?
Bella disappeared! I was gone grocery shopping, and when I came back, she was gone! Along with all her other stuff!
I made Haley go pick her sister up.
What?
I heard from Bella that you hadn't been working since you left for New York. You were living off of all the savings you had left, but you still couldn't afford to pay for much longer. So you made Bella work, even though it was forbidden at her school. She was caught right away and got expelled. That's the reason she stopped going to school altogether, isn't it?
I can explain.
Haley felt that it was dangerous to keep Bella near you for any longer, so she told me she wanted to go get her. Apparently, the two are going to work hard together over at Haley's new apartment near her university.
How could you do that?
By the way, I've also been moved to somewhere pretty close to where they're going, so I've already finished moving in.
How could you people leave me like this?
And if it wasn't obvious enough, no. I'm not telling you where neither I nor the two girls are currently living.
What's gonna happen to me then?
You can just work and make a living on your own. It isn't that complicated.
Wait,
Alright, see ya!
I said wait!
After that, I heard Gabriella went back to live with her parents. But apparently, she found their house to be sold already, and her parents had already moved into a daycare center nearby. A new family was living at what used to be her house, and she started yelling, "Where are my parents?" Which led her to get the police called on them for her. Since the rumor spread so quickly on the countryside, she soon became unable to live near her old house. So she left for somewhere else, and no one has seen her since. On the other hand, Bella started going to an online high school from home after being saved by her sister Haley. She says she wants to become an engineer when she grows up, so she's planning on studying that field once she graduates from high school. Even though my two precious daughters were mistreated by their selfish mother, I'm glad they're growing to be bold and wise. As a proud father, I'll continue to give them all my love and support.
Jessica, don't you think it's about time you come visit me? I haven't seen you for more than 10 years now. I am your mother-in-law, so you may feel uneasy around me, but I think you've avoided me enough. Hi, Martha. It's been a while. I didn't expect to hear from you. It's been 10 years already? I can't believe you never came to see me all these years. I know you're busy with work, but we don't live that far apart, and I'm sure you could have made time at least on the weekends. I'm sorry about that, but I heard you didn't want to see me. Huh? When did I say such a thing? Even if I did, it would be a long time ago. Speaking of which, I heard that you said you didn't want to see me. What? I never said that. My son tells me everything. I understand you don't like me, but avoiding me for 10 years is absurd. I didn't go see you because I heard you hated me. I kept telling your son I wanted to go visit you, but he stopped me. You're lying. You blame my son for everything. You really are the kind of woman he says you are. What did he say about me? I've heard everything about you, you know. You seem to be good at cooking, but you're terrible at everything else. Maybe I'll have an urge to slap your face if you come see me now. Matt told you that? He tells me quite the opposite, that I'm terrible at cooking but good at all other chores, so that's why he hasn't divorced me yet. Oh well, in any case, you're a total failure. It's a mystery why he chose you as his wife. A woman who can't even say hi to your mother-in-law for 10 years. I really did try to go visit you, but Matt said it was a bad idea and stopped me every time. He said you hated me so much that you never wanted to see my face again. He thought it would cause too much trouble. Oh, really? You think you can get away with such lies? He was telling me the exact opposite. He told me not to go see you because you hated me. Oh, is that so? That's really strange. It's as if he doesn't want us to see each other. Then, I guess that was his way of showing consideration towards us. He wouldn't want to see his wife insulting his mother, right? Plus, it'll be a hassle to stop us fighting. I sure don't like how you can lie so easily. I'm telling you, I'm not lying. Then why don't you come to my place in person with a gift of apology? I'll forgive you for your rudeness if you bring me 10 gifts to cover all my birthdays you've missed. 10 gifts? I'll gladly bring you gifts and also take you out for lunch or dinner, but I'm quite busy for the next few weeks. Is it okay if I go see you at the end of next month? You keep making excuses like that. You're just gonna avoid me again, huh? What a daughter-in-law. I'm not trying to avoid you. I work full-time, so I'm busy during the weekdays. Also, I'm going on a trip starting next Saturday, so... A trip? You couldn't make time for me all these years, but you have enough time to travel? I assume it'll be a luxurious trip. Well, it may not be that luxurious, but Matt arranged it for me. He does that for me sometimes to thank me for all my hard work. My son is a really kind man. He's too good for you. He should have married someone better than you. I'm sorry, but if you don't mind, may I go see you after the trip? Well, in that case, I shall wait. I can't ruin my son's gift. Thank you very much. Jessica, long time no see. I'm Emily, your classmate from high school. Do you remember me? Emily? Long time no see. Yeah, of course I remember you. But we haven't talked since then, so you really took me by surprise. What's going on? Sorry to contact you out of the blue. There was just something I wanted to tell you. What is it? It may feel weird that I'm asking you this, but how are things with your husband? What? Well, I don't know if things are going great, but it's not bad. Why would you ask me that? I know it's none of my business, but he seems to be in love with someone else. So, I don't know how to say this, but I think it's better for you to divorce him. What? Wait, what are you talking about? I mean, why would you know about my husband? Of course you'd be surprised. Actually, our husbands are friends. My husband told me what he heard from your husband, and I became worried about you. I didn't know you were married. And our husbands knew each other, and that's how you found out. How did our husbands get to know each other? They work at the same place. They go out for drinks sometimes. I see. But how did you know he was my husband? I didn't invite you to my wedding. I remember the pics he posted on Facebook. Oh, I may have posted a few pics with him. I haven't posted anything for a long time, so I forgot. There may have been some pics before we got married. When my husband showed me a picture he took with your husband, I thought I've seen that face before, and it hit me that he must be your husband. I'm surprised you recognized him. But why did you go through the trouble of telling me? We were former classmates, but we haven't spoken to each other for years. You're my friend. I can't just keep quiet knowing my friend might be betrayed by her husband. Well, we've never spoken to each other since high school, so I was really surprised. But thank you for letting me know. No problem. I can't believe he would betray such a kind person as you. You should break up with him right away. Well, we have a child, so I can't divorce him that easily. If it's just that he likes someone else, maybe we can figure things out together. What? I don't think that's a good idea. Why? He may be in love with someone, but that doesn't mean he already has a deep relationship.
I wouldn't jump into a divorce just because of that.
Well, it's true that he hasn't said anything more than having feelings for the other woman, but he said he wants to remarry her. That's why he's thinking of divorcing you, Jessica.
Oh. My husband went into so much detail when talking to your husband?
That's what I heard. I thought it might be impossible to have a future with such a man.
Okay. Well, that's for me to decide.
Wait. Don't tell your husband about this. If you tell him, he might have a grudge against my husband. I don't want to get in the way of their friendship.
Well, you're right. If I told him that your husband told me, he would lose my husband's trust. But then, what do you think I should do?
I'll give you updates. If your husband is willing to divorce you, why don't you think about the future without him? You shouldn't waste your time on such a man.
It's not like we're just dating, so I have a lot to think about. But thanks for the info. I'll keep an eye on my husband and think carefully of what to do.
Jessica, you are such a terrible mother. Your son eats a lot. The food expenses are just too much, so I'll be sure to make you pay for it.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Don't you dare play dumb with me. How can you leave your kid with me for a month? Are you out of your mind? I will certainly make my son divorce you.
Are you talking about my son, born between Matt and I? If it's about my son, he has been with me this whole time. My son and I are enjoying the beach together in Hawaii. I would never leave him for such a long time.
What? You guys have only one child, right?
Yes, we only have one child. So can you tell me who you're talking about?
Then this child. Who is this boy in my care?
Did Matt tell you to take care of that child? Did he also tell you he's our son?
Of course. I would never take care of a stranger. I'm not stupid, you know.
I'm not trying to say you're stupid. I'm just trying to understand what's happening. So you're saying that Matt has another kid?
No, that can't be true. You're saying that my dear son, Matt, has an illegitimate son?
Well, that's what's going on, isn't it? What did he exactly tell you when he dropped off that kid?
I told him that I heard you were going on a trip. Then he got mad at me for contacting you without his permission. I was just trying to compliment him, telling him how nice it was of him to treat his wife to a trip.
I see.
And then, all of a sudden, his attitude changed. He asked me to take care of his son so that you two can spend time as a couple. Matt is there too, right?
He's not here. He told me he couldn't come because he had to go on a business trip. So it's just me and my son here in Hawaii. He's been exposed in more ways than one.
It can't be. There must be some mistake. If I call him, we can find out the truth right away.
He told me not to contact him since he'd be busy during the business trip. What did he say to you?
He told me not to contact him so that he could enjoy his time alone with you.
Oh. So why did you contact me then?
Since your son eats so much, the money I received from Matt wasn't enough. I thought I'd complain to you instead.
Now, I wonder where that child came from. Once I get back, I'll go to your house and have a chat with him.
Wait, there's no need for that. I'll go talk to the boy. Don't make it a big deal. I'm sure Matt has his reasons.
I'm sure he has a very good reason. Otherwise, this wouldn't have happened.
But it's weird. I've been taking care of him regularly for 10 years, but you never once thanked me. I got so angry, I decided to contact you.
What? You're saying horrifying things right now. You've been taking care of him for the last 10 years?
Whose child is he? I'll just ask him what his mother's name is right now. Yes. Please let me know what he says. He said Emily. That's what I thought. Do you know who she is? She was my high school classmate. She's cute and looks very innocent, but she was famous for stealing her friends' boyfriends. I see. So that girl stole Matt from you. I heard that she was a very good cook. So it makes sense with what Matt said. I'm not very good at cooking, so Matt always complains to me about it. I'm sure Emily would make him delicious home-cooked meals. You're so calm and analytical even after your husband is stolen. You've got some guts. But I can't believe you lost your husband to an old classmate. She's the same age as you, right? I can only say, suck it up. Let me tell you something. I'm divorcing Matt. And I know that's what you've always wanted, so you can be happy about that. Oh, wow. Thank you very much. That's great. Just get divorced and get the hell out of our lives. But Emily is way worse than I am. What do you mean? She's famous for doing nothing except cooking. All the guys she's dated in the past broke up with her because of that. I think she's trying to marry Matt because of his income. There's no way I'm letting my son marry a woman who gave birth to his illegitimate child. I don't think she's the kind of woman who will listen to you. If you object, she'll try to marry him in secret. If she weren't such a woman, she wouldn't have an illegitimate child. It may not be easy, but she is the kind of woman who declared war on me, knowing I was Matt's wife. She tried talking me into divorcing Matt, pretending she was innocent. But I'm not going to let them get away that easily. Don't you dare do anything unnecessary. I'm fully prepared. I actually hired a detective and knew all this before you told me. So all I needed was the raw evidence and your testimony. Now, I can sue him for alimony and child support. You set me up? It's all your son's fault. I haven't done anything to you or your son. I'm sorry you've been deceived by your own son for the last 10 years. Now, I'm cutting ties with you both. So you two shall fall to the ends of the earth and despair. After that, I confronted my husband with the evidence. For the past 10 years, he regularly left his illegitimate child with his mother to go on dates with Emily. I divorced him and charged him alimony and child support. Lately, I have been enjoying taking cooking classes with my son. As I expected, Emily married my ex right away. However, I had informed my ex's company of what had happened, and he was reduced to an ordinary employee with a lower salary. Now, they are both in despair. My ex-mother-in-law was resented by her son for being the one responsible for making me realize what was going on. Matt cut ties with her out of anger. None of it matters to me anymore, though. I will enjoy my life with my son and try my best to raise him to be a good man, unlike his father.